come from the center left, I guess the liberal tradition. That is where I would break with the transgender uh movement on those sorts of things, because I think they co-opt ideas of rights and non-discrimination to forward an ethos and a worldview that can be rejected or heavily scrutinized by people who fully believe in rights. And I guess but I understand sort of from a traditionalist point of view, and you can tell me if I'm fairly characterizing you. I mean, I guess my question is, what is the threat that conservatives or traditionalists believe is posed by transgenderism to the community? Because when I think about it, it's about what threat do 10-year-olds pose to themselves if they seek puberty blockers. But so I'm thinking about the individual versus the individual. But you, as a traditionalist, would be thinking about the individual versus the community. But why, I mean, the liberal suspicion, the left liberal suspicion is that conservatives are animated by a kind of visceral hatred, visceral dislike of certain groups who are different. So how would you refute that, if you want to refute that, uh by tying right-wing opposition to transgenderism to the preservation of whatever you deem worth preserving?
Yeah, so I'm going to make an attempt, and I would begin by noting the limitations of human reason. So, as a traditionalist, a tribalist, and a nationalist, I believe that the traditional ways that we have organized families and communities are superior to new ways of organizing families and communities that have not been time tested. So, I am very frightened of pulling on the thread of certain traditions. Like, I'm not very frightened of pulling on the thread of, say, automatic trucks or driverless cars or
Mhm.
technology. That does not scare me.